If you are struggling to get your ads to convert and you are a real estate agent or in the real estate profession, you have come to the right place. My name is Alice Ann Elam, and I am a marketing strategist and lead generation expert specializing in real estate because I know you guys are busy. You have lots going on. So let me help you get the most out of your ads and the most out of your marketing in order to create as many leads, which turn into sales, as possible. So let's dive into this week's topic, the number one thing of why your ads may not be converting. So maybe you've put some ads up and they just don't seem to be working. Maybe you've tried targeting and you've figured out your targeting, but the ads still aren't converting. This is the place for you. Now, if you do have questions about your targeting, there is a video that I'll link up here, and that will help you with your targeting and all the do's and don'ts that you may need. But once you've got the targeting in a good place, this is the next thing that you really want to think about. We're going to talk about, I know it's very sexy, micro conversions. I know you're probably like, what in the heck is that? A micro conversion is a small conversion that's leading up to the big conversion. So for instance, your macro conversion, your big conversion, is going to be your main goal. So your goal is to get someone to buy a house that you have listed. You're trying to get a listing for a person who's trying to sell their house. That is your ultimate goal. So that's your macro conversion. Now your micro conversion is something that is going to lead them there. So it's something small. I always use the dating analogy. You know, you're not going to ask someone on the first date to marry you, and you shouldn't be doing that in your ad either. People are not going to see an ad and just want to work with you just because you say you're a realtor and maybe they watch a 30-second clip. They want to get to know you. Now, sometimes, yes, absolutely, that can work. If you asked 20 men or women if they would like to marry you, you might get one that wants to marry you, but you're trying to get multiple marriages in this scenario. You're trying to get multiple clients, so it's not necessarily going to work for everyone, and most people are not going to just give you their listing or have you help them buy their home if they're not familiar with you. So you have to get them familiar with you, and the way to do that is to get their information, their email or maybe their phone number, and be able to market to them and send them more information to get them comfortable with you, to get them getting to know you so you can show your expertise, and that's where the micro conversion comes into play. A micro conversion example is a listings ad, let's say. Your micro conversion call to action, or CTA as we like to call it, is click here to view more pictures, the address, and the price on this listing. So in the ad, you're only going to give them a couple things, like a couple pictures, maybe a picture of the whole house, a picture of the kitchen and one bedroom, right? But the backyard is not in the pictures, or the other bedroom. So you want to leave them wanting more. You have to give them a reason to click. So when they click on the ad, you're going to give them a form, either in the Facebook ads form if you're on Facebook, or on a lead generation page on your landing page. And you're going to ask them, say, hey, fill out this information and I will give you all that information. So you're going to ask for their name and maybe email. I wouldn't do more than that, maybe their phone number, but any more than that, they're probably going to abandon it and not give you as much information. So right now the goal is to get their email address and maybe their phone number in order to be able to market to them more. So once they give you that information, you will send them an email automatically. You can set it all up. I'll have another video on that soon, and that will send them the email to all that information, maybe the MLS or just a website that you have with all the information on it. The reason you want to do that is because if you give them everything away and just say, here's my listing, in the ad, then there's no reason for them to give you their email address. And even if you do ask for it, they might give you the wrong information. You know, people are trying to game the system. They're like, oh, maybe I don't have to give them the email address in order to get the information. But once they see, hey, I can't get the information unless I give them a legit email, then they're more likely to give you their right information. And then what you can do from there is you can email them, you know, best houses in your area, the top 10 houses in your area, or here's a listing of more information on other houses in your area, or maybe it's top 10 things to think about before you buy a home, 10 things to think about when you're buying a listing or looking at listing your house. So all these things are information that you can give them to build credibility for you, keep you top of mind. A lot of times people are just kind of searching and not necessarily ready to act. So now if they've been thinking about it, maybe they're gonna buy a house in 3 to 6 months, let's say. They're not ready to talk to you on the phone. They're not ready to make a deal. But if you're emailing them once a week with information and really helpful info, then they're more likely to go with you when they're ready to buy a home. And then other thing is to think about is like an open house, let's say. You can do the same thing here. Click here to do a virtual tour of the house and they'll give you your information. So you're giving them really valuable information that they want in exchange for their email. For instance, if you'd like to go below in the comments, I have a free Facebook Ads 101 class that is free virtually, so you can watch it whenever you have time. It is an hour's worth of content. It's broken down into 6 sections, so if you only have 15 minutes, you can do a little snippet at a time. All this information about micro conversions is in there, as well as ads that perform, best targeting, all of that is in the free training. So I am giving you a lot of value for that free training, but all I'm asking for in return is your email. And of course, I will be sending you more information about my services, as well as really good articles, things like this in this video that you're going to find value in, because you don't necessarily know me from, you know, Adam, so you don't know what I can do, and I want to be able to prove that to you. And that's the same thing that you need to do with your clients. So if you want that free training, definitely grab it at the link below. I would love to be able to send you that information and give you more information about things that you can do to improve your Facebook ads. Again, full transparency here. That's what I'm teaching, and that's why I want to practice what I preach, and that is a great example of that. Some other things of micro conversions that you can do is a buyer's guide, a listings guide, top 10 things to think about before you buy a home, top 10 things or 8 things to consider before selling a home. The information is endless. People are looking for information, especially people who aren't as sure about maybe first-time home buyers or other things in their area, maybe a mover's guide. All these things are really, really good information that people are willing to give you their email in order to get that in return. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to help. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe and make sure you're getting notifications. I'm going to be doing more information on marketing specifically for real estate agents, and also a lot more information about Facebook ads. Again, that Facebook Ads 101 training is probably your best bet, because it's got lots of information there, but I still want to have you as a subscriber here, because I'm not going to be just doing Facebook ads. We're going to be doing different kinds of marketing strategies that will help you grow your business and get those leads, qualified leads, in order to, you know, take your business to the next level. Thank you. Have a good day.